Wow, that thing zapped that thing off like it was nothing. Well, I got an awesome video for you. So I had a friend give me this impact wrench to do a review on, and he was like, you know, you got to check this thing out. Now this thing is so powerful. And I thought, yeah, right, it's Klutch from Northerntool and equipment. You know, you just don't hear much about it. And so I was just like, oh, okay, I'll do a review on it just to see, you know, how it stacks up against what I'm used to. And I'm not gonna lie, I've been buying rigid tools for 20-something years, and I've got like 90-something rigid tools registered on their lifetime service agreement thing. And so I'm no stranger to power tools and things like that. But, you know, when he said, you know, if you want to test this thing out, you know, take it and try it. And so anyways, my first thoughts when I picked it up, I was like, you know, this is a tool. I mean, literally, this thing it's heavy. It weighs about 10 pounds. You can just tell that it's really heavy built. When I tell you this thing is a brute, it is a brute. 1,000 foot-pounds of torque. And literally, when you squeeze the trigger on this thing, I mean, you can see it jerks my hand. So, I mean, I was really shocked at how powerful this thing is. Literally, it's got a 2-year warranty, so you don't have to worry about it in that department. And the price is ridiculous. I wrote it down on a piece of paper here. These normally sell for $199, but they've got them on sale right now for $179 at Northerntool. But then right now, they've got a special buy thing going on right now just for a few more days. And it's $50 off. So this thing comes out to $129. Now, I was just looking online at the D-Wall impacts that compare to this, and they're $400. So for $129, you are not going to beat this tool. And literally, some of those tools that are $300 or $400, I think this thing is very capable and can definitely compete. This is a very powerful tool. This thing is a 20 volt. And it has a 4 amp hour battery, and so it comes with one battery. This technology that they have is called the KLiQ Lithium, and it says that it has some microchips in there to where it can optimize performance, help the battery to last longer. You see a lot of the companies doing that. It also comes with a fast charger, a rapid charger. But yeah, I just thought, man, this is such an amazing impact because of its power. I mean, literally, this thing is very strong. It will not hesitate to, like, literally zap the lug nuts off your truck like it's butter. I promise. This thing is crazy powerful. You know, it's pretty neat because, you know, it's got your light down here. It is a 1/2-inch drive. All right, guys, so right here you have 3 speed settings, and the way that you make the adjustments is when you go ahead and squeeze the trigger, you see it light up, it's on speed 1, mash it again, it goes to speed 2, mash it again, it goes to speed 3. Now, why is this important? Well, you can adjust your speed on speed 1 from 0 to 1,000 RPMs, speed 2 is 0 to 1,500 RPMs, and then speed 3 is 0 to 1,800 RPMs. So, you know, that's really neat that you can adjust it down. If you don't need it to spin that fast, then by all means, just turn it down. Like, you know, like sometimes when you're pulling the lug nuts off of a vehicle and it gets to spinning too fast, and, you know, that lug nut just starts going everywhere and flying off. So the RPM down where you can control it more and hold on to it a little bit better because it's not spinning as fast. Now, if you're wondering, is that going to be, you know, a big enough difference to notice? Yes, it's a major difference. I'm going to go ahead and pull that socket off there so it don't go flying. But right here's speed 1. Here's speed 2. You can definitely hear it in the motor. And there's speed 3. And it is a brushless motor, so it's going to last you longer. You know, it just seems like it's a good tool, and I think for the money, I don't think this thing can be beat right now. Like I said, this kit with the impact wrench, the 20 volt 4 amp hour battery, and it's called the KLiQ Lithium, and the rapid charger, and this canvas bag with the discount and everything, it's $129. And with this thing as powerful as it is, I'm telling you guys, I know you guys believe all the hype on the internet and all the, you know, all these people doing the marketing, you know, saying how great Milwaukee and D-Wall and, you know, all these different brands are. I'm telling you, you won't find anything this good for 129 bucks. You know, I challenge you to find something at Harbor Freight that can keep up with this thing for that price. You know, I was just curious, you know, what people thought of this thing. So I went on Northern Tool, I looked it up, and, you know, I was reading about it, you know, trying to familiarize myself with it. And I was looking at some of the reviews. Before I do my review, I want to see, you know, I read other people's reviews. And if there's a major problem, I want to find out what it is just in case I look past it. And so I was looking on the Northern Tool website, and this thing, out of 24 reviews, it got 4.9 stars. I mean, that's just something right there. Now, I read one of them that said it was dead right out of the box. So, you know, I understand every once in a while you'll get a product that is dead out of the box. That's just a freak accident. It happens. So, I mean, literally, if that one hadn't have been dead out of the box as far as the reviews go, this thing would probably be at like 5 stars. You don't hardly ever see that on tool reviews. And so anyways, you know, if you've got like a big truck, you know, like a semi or something like that, I don't think this thing would hesitate at all to pull the lug nuts. Or, you know, if you got heavy equipment, you work on stuff like that and you need a bigger impact wrench, then by all means, this thing is pretty powerful. Now, like I said, I'm a rigid tool guy, and I've been using rigid tools for like 20-something years, and I've got like 90-something rigid tools registered on their website. And I've got a 1/2-inch impact from Rigid here. This is their X4. And this thing, you know, I thought it had some pretty good power. It's rated at 325 foot-pounds of torque, but the difference between these two is unfreaking real. I'm not joking, guys. I mean, even with the max output battery, the 8 amp hour battery on here, this thing cannot handle this right here. The amount of power difference between the two is unreal. This is 1,000 foot-pounds versus 325. And yes, this one is larger, but if you've got something that, you know, this won't take off, I'm telling you, for 129 bucks, I don't think you'll find anything. And, you know, let's say the cell goes off, and which I'm sure it will be by the time, you know, I get this video posted. You know, I think the sale's only going to last for 3 or 4 more days for the $50 off. But, you know, if you can catch it on sale, trust me, it's well worth the money. And, you know, if you guys are on the fence about it, get it. If you don't like it, return it. I mean, literally, I don't think you'll be returning it though once you get your hands on it, and especially at that price point. So anyways, I'm gonna quit rambling. I'm gonna show you guys what all this thing can do. So stay tuned. All right, guys, so you can see I've got my Big Tex trailer here, and I rarely take the tires off this thing. I think the last time the wheel has been taken off has been over a year ago when I got new tires. So anyways, I was just gonna zap the lug nuts off and see how easy they come off. All right, guys, here we go. Wow, that thing zapped that thing off like it was nothing. Wow. That thing is very powerful. Well, you're looking at an old welding table. I bought this thing probably the better part of 10 years ago. You know, I've left it sitting outside and it's weathered. And right down here on the very bottom, you can see that you see those rusty bolts right there. And what those are leg adjusters. So you can adjust the height of the welding table. And those things are frozen up. You know, they just will not turn. You can see, I mean, there's no twisting these things. But I just wanted to show you, surely this thing can break that rusty bolt loose. And I'm not even going to put any penetrating oil on it. If it breaks it, it breaks it. I don't care. Wow. You guys seen that? I mean, that thing was on there too. It was really on there. And it broke it loose. And you can already see where it's cleaned some of the rust off the threads, and now it's shiny again. So I'm not joking. If you're in the market for an impact, I'm telling you, if you can get this thing while it's on sale and that $50 off right now, then you better run down there to Northern Tool or buy it online. That's what I normally do. And you know, this is not a paid video, not a sponsored video. I'm just telling you because I really like this thing, and I think once you try it, you will too. Now, I will say this morning, I went to town and I stopped off at a friend of mine's mechanic shop. I let him try it out, and he was super surprised. He told me, he said he had bought a Cobalt one from Lowe's, and it looked very similar to this one. And he said he paid over $300 for it. So I was like, wow. and this one was stronger. So as he said, he was gonna go order one right then after he seen it. Anyways, I'm gonna try to get this video uploaded as fast as I can, so you guys can take advantage of that sale. So appreciate you watching. As always, guys, I'm gonna try to bring you some of the best tools, the best prices, and let you know about the deals before you see them somewhere else. Until next time, guys, see ya.